Going from 8th grade to 9th grade, from a middle school to a whole different school, could be a really stressful situation. And it seems like there's a million things you have to worry about, like friends, grades, your social activities, sports, and everything just gets thrown at you at once.
Many of you may have heard that your freshman year is critical for your whole high school career, and you may just think that it goes over the top of your head, but it's actually critical for your high school career. If you fail your freshman year, you have to make it up your sophomore, junior, and senior years.
Just starting on a high note gives you a little bit of leeway for the future. Not necessarily that you want leeway and want to mess up in the future, but it gives you that closure that year's done, and you can move on and just progressively get better as you go.
I honestly think it's a good idea to find a teacher that you get along with really well, because it often helps having someone to go to when you're having like a hard time, maybe at home or just at school in general, because they are always there for you and they won't talk to anybody else about it, and it's like your personal life and they keep that to themselves.
I think the most important thing to being successful in 9th grade is just doing your work, you know. 9th grade is not the hardest year of high school you're going to experience, and it's important to get off to a good start in your high school career, you know. And the teachers you have now are flexible, you know. They all have times where you can come in, ask questions, get work that you missed, and they'll help you. You know, they want to help you. They want to see you succeed in 9th grade too.
I think when you start off in your 9th grade year that you need to make school something that you feel that you want to participate in and that you want to excel in, because if you're going to school and you don't feel that you like it, or you don't find something that you enjoy doing in school, then you're not going to try your hardest and you're not going to excel as much as you should be.
I think the things that helped me throughout school was you really have to make sure that you're remembering the stuff you're doing right now is actually going to affect where you're going in the future. All your colleges, and if you want to go to college when you're older, your transcripts from freshman year will be looked at. So if you fail multiple classes, that will be very visible.
Getting it going in 9th grade is especially important because it sets like a standard or whatever. But for me, it was like makeup work and getting it early and then trying to get it done and turned in as quickly as I could, because being gone for sports all the time and if I wasn't staying up to date, then zeros really start to kind of hurt your grades.
I highly encourage joining a group, like an extracurricular activity such as FFA or any after-school clubs such as Anime Diversity Club. So track is my sport, and it often encourages me to keep my grades up, because in order to compete at a meet, I have to have my grades above Fs, but I can have 1 F, but still should have better grades than that.
Golf, my teachers and my parents were great motivations for me. My parents always kept me going, and then if one of my grades would drop, then my parents would tell me what to do.
Turning in your work, definitely. I had A's and B's because I turned in my work, and make sure you turn your work in on time. That's a big thing too.
Ask questions or get help, because your teachers care about you when you're a freshman, and even if they don't, they act like it, which is more than we get.
I think the biggest thing that I could stress about 9th grade is to hang out with the right type of people, because not only are you hanging out with those people in your free time, but who you surround yourself with is how you come off as a person. So if you surround yourself with negative people, then you're obviously going to look at the negative things.
My freshman year, I did not fit in at all, and some of you probably haven't found your place yet. I found FFA, which is Future Farmers of America, and I didn't find that until the end of my high school career, or till the end of my freshman year. And it was nice finally being able to fit in, because I didn't have anybody and I didn't have any friends, and the friends that I did have led a bad example, which is why I failed my freshman year.
Always have a good sense of motivation, which could be anything: your parents, sports, teachers, friends. You always have to have a good group of friends.
All of your teachers that you have are great examples of people that you can talk to about your problems, especially the counselors. If you're falling into a hard time, which I'm sure most of you are, you can talk to Mr. Frontiero, Mr. Prop, and any other teacher that you have.
The freshman teachers are all really nice. Mrs. Edwards is really great, and I was her aide for 9th grade, so I got to know her really well.
I think the most important thing about getting through freshman year is not just killing yourself to get work done. It's feeling like you've learned something and accomplished something.
I'm not fond of studying and mathematics and science and all of that, but since elementary school I've been really fond of art, so that's what I put my effort into, and that makes me happy. So it's a good balance between things I need to be doing and things I want to be doing. So if you find a class that you really, really like, don't let anyone tell you otherwise, because you can excel in that class while still balancing the other ones that you need to be doing.
You should definitely prepare yourself and set aside a time for all the homework and the things you need to do, because being in 9th grade, it's just going to get more challenging as you get older. You're going to kind of get more work put on you, but you're going to be expected to know how to do it because you've already gone through a year of this. So you just need to get yourself ready for the next classes.